Welcome. It's Mary. I'm Mary, and this is Booking Through Life. And today I'm going to talk about some book mail. I won the Fall Into Reading Challenge. The challenge was hosted by Kelly at Cozy Reader Kelly, Rainey at Rainy Day Reads, and Angie at Literary Labors. And they were giving a $25 gift card if you blacked out the bingo board. And I had done that, and she did a random generator, some spinner thing, and it spun onto me. And so I asked for a Thirftbooks gift card, and this is what came in the mail. So I already cut it open, so let's just pull out what's in here. And I think I went a little bit over the $25 mark, but that's okay. Don't tell. So the first book that I knew I wanted was the classic Penguin cover to cover, and it is a book about book covers and artists. And so here's Persuasion. And then they have a little article about the illustrator, or even how they chose the illustrator. Here I gushed about this book during Victober, and that was the Alice in Wonderland Penguin classic. And so it had a little article about Bakia, B-A-K-E-A, otherwise known as Juan Gomez. And I read this part already. I already opened it and read it, but not the whole book. But it was interesting because this illustrator also wanted to do the type, but normally they hire a typographer for that. And this was the type that he picked, and it ended up the art director chose the type, and I actually think I would have gone with Juan Gomez's or Bakia's type style. But anyway, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous book, and I'm looking forward to digging into it more. So thank you. And then for Jane Austen July, let me back up. I love Jane Austen retellings, especially Pride and Prejudice. Those are the ones that I've read the most of. But I think next year for Jane Austen July, I'm going to read Sense and Sensibility for my own self. I've kind of worked my way through rereading her 6 main books. And so Sense and Sensibility is the final one on my list. And this is called The Third Sister by Julia Barrett. And it's about Margaret. I think her name is Margaret Dashwood. She's the younger sister, and you don't learn a whole lot about her in Sense and Sensibility. So this will be a story about her. So if you've read this book, let me know what you thought about it. Hopefully it'll be a good one. But even if they aren't great, I still like to read them. So I'm not going to cry over that. And then the last book in this bag is called Entwined by Heather Dixon. And I'm not quite sure what video I watched and who recommended this. Maybe Kate Howe. But it sounded good. It must have sounded good because I had written it down. I'm losing my lights. Sorry, there's my cat in the background on the couch. And anyway, I'm not quite sure what it's about. It says, for centuries, the keeper had been waiting within the walls of the palace, but now Azalea, eldest of the kingdom's 12 princesses, has found the magic entrance to his hideout. She just recently lost her mom, and she's feeling kind of trapped in the palace with no color and no freedom, following the strict rules of mourning. And so I'm not quite sure what happens, but I think it sounds really good. It looks like it's maybe a YA or a middle grade. So I'll probably read that towards the beginning of the year. And then my bonus book is another Pride and Prejudice retelling, and that's Where the Rhythm Takes You by Sarah Dass, or Doss. And this is a Caribbean flair Pride and Prejudice. And I've heard a lot of people really like this one, so I'm looking forward to reading it. And that's it. So once again, I just want to thank Kelly and Rainey and Angie for having that reading challenge. It was a lot of fun. It got me reading a few different genres that I hadn't read in a while, and it kind of helped me, especially with the science fiction, which I was really lagging on that. I really had to push that one out towards the end of the month. I picked a book that my husband had here, and yeah, I learned something about myself, and that's that for science fiction, I like more fi than sci. And I'll be talking about that. I haven't done a November wrap-up. I think I'm going to do it in 3 parts. And so I'll talk about that in a later video. Anyway, that's it for this video. We're here in front of my Christmas tree. This is one of the other focal points in my house during Christmas. It has a lot of personal ornaments on it. And yeah, so that's about all for today. So I hope you're doing well. Let me know if you've gotten any books, any new books this season, and what you're reading. If you've read any of the books that I mentioned, please feel free to like and subscribe. And as always, I'd love to hear your comments. And let me know if you have a cat and if he's as snoopy as Jinx is. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day and a great December. I hope all your books are good books, and I'll see you again soon, probably in this very spot. Bye.